Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're taking a closer look at the new model and new brand for my channel, Phorcydes and their PH-4B skin diver. Probably the most positive surprise this year and most likely my 2026 summer watch of choice, as it gets so many things right. First of all, for all of you asking yourself, the answer is yes. This is one of the best lumed watches I have ever handled. It even surpasses my Emperor Tuna. The Tuna has better lume formula, but the sheer amount of lume on these Lumicast styled blocks wins overall. Think of it as an impressive Japanese VTEC engine that makes a lot of power per liter, let's say Tuna, but is overshadowed by a massive displacement V8 muscle, which is this watch. Sometimes there really is no replacement for displacement, and this is one of those times. Many brands are getting into this Lumicast technology, but this is one of the best applications I have seen so far. And here I'm not talking just about the style of the numerals and markers being perfect for Lumicast application, but the fact they even applied it to the hands. Not obvious at first glance, you notice it when you start tilting the watch to the side, and it really makes it special. Not to mention it makes the hands match the intensity of the markers. I went for the mixed color model, as I thought it looked cooler and I wanted to see the difference in intensity between green and blue lume. If you want the highest intensity, go for the all green model, but even the blue is better than pretty much any other watch with regular lume, again because of the sheer amount of it. Since the markers and numerals are quite high and each hand has its own block of lume, all the hands are spread out, while the hour hand is as low to the dial as possible. And I love how close the tip of the hour hand comes to the hour marker. If you follow my channel, you know I hate when hands are too short and love when they reach their designated markers. Well, this is the first watch where the hour hand actually reaches dedicated hour markers, and it looks spectacular. The watch design is styled after the 1960s skin diver Douglas that you can actually buy even today, as they have been resurrected, but apart from having a historical name and slightly better movement, a Miyota 9 series versus the Seiko NH found in this, it simply cannot match the lume intensity and cool factor that this thing has, just because of the said lume application. This is also less than half the price of the original, while ticking other boxes for me as well, as I said in the beginning. First, the size. With 39mm at the case and 40 at the bezel, it is perfect in size, and despite being thick on paper, it wears much thinner, as a good part of it is down to the highly domed crystal that, combined with a pretty flat coin edge bezel, makes for a true vintage look. The bezel insert is brushed ceramic, which is a welcome change from the usual polished one, and they only lumed the triangle. Again, something I prefer over fully lumed bezels. It makes reading the time at a glance easier in the dark while still keeping the functionality of the bezel itself. The bezel action is precise, snappy, and the bezel has the right amount of resistance. It is not soft, smooth clicks like on my Submariner, but more industrial, heavy clicks. Again, very effective and just right. Then the bracelet. A true beads of rice with solid end links, solid links held with screws, and a milled out clasp with one of the better on-the-fly adjustment systems out there. Like I always say, if you never tried a beads of rice or Jubilee bracelet, you owe it to yourself to try it at least once in your life, as the comfort is unmatched by any other bracelet type. Where this bracelet stands out is the fact they made all the links brushed. Usually, on both beads of rice and Jubilee bracelets, the center smaller links are always polished, which means that they tend to show scratches more and sometimes don't match the style of the watch they're attached to. Since this watch has an all-brushed case with just a small polished bevel on the edge and the brushed bezel insert with a matte dial, the polished center links would definitely look out of place, so kudos for making them brushed. And last, but most definitely not least, is the position of the crown. It brings the cool factor that makes this better than the original, and just like with the bracelet, If you never wore a lefty or a destro watch as they call it, where the crown is on the left of the watch, you owe it to yourself to try. People always say these are to be worn on your right arm, but they're wrong, in my opinion. They're meant to be worn on your left, as then the crown is not in the way, giving you unmatched wrist articulation and comfort. My first ever mechanical watch was a lefty, and it took me half a year of wearing regular watches to make them stop annoying me with their right-sided crowns. Once you wear this kind of comfort, it is very hard to go back to traditional watches. So for roughly $200 or $150 if you go for any of the strap versions, but trust me, you want this thing on the bracelet, you get one of the best lumed watches with all the right specs and details, with a few cool and quirky details that really make it stand out. And it truly surprised me in the best kind of way, which is why, for now at least, it is my summer watch of 2026, and one I haven't taken off since the package arrived, which is something you can see by the amount of dust and scratches on the watch already. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.